மெட்ராஸை சுத்தி பார்க்க போலாமா, மரினாவில் வீடு கட்டலாமா, லைட் ஹவுஸில் ஏறி நிற்கலாமா, நம்போ மெட்ராஸ் கதையும் கேட்கலாமா. நம்ம சென்னை, நம்ம Madras is celebrating its 380th birthday. Happy birthday, Madras! Let's celebrate Madras Day, 22nd August, with a small story. By Sri Vidya Veeraraghavan, I am trying to present you a small story on the birth of Madras. Come. But for this, you have to travel to around 500 years from now. A small piece of land, part of the big land called India. During those days, it was ruled by the kings, the empires. And this particular chunk of land was part of Vijayanagari Empire. This land was being surrounded by sea in the one side, golden dunes of sands touching the seashores, and on the other side, if you could look at far off, you would see Kesava Perumal Kovil. On the other side, there was the Sparatha Sarathi temple and Kapaleshwara temple. Beautiful pillars, beautiful artifacts. And from there, you will also see full of greenery, grass laid down. Just at the end of its stretch, we would be able to see a big rock, which nowadays we call as the Pallavaram rock, standing at the very beach on the golden sands. If we could look around, we could feel a fresh breeze soothing our cheeks, and the smell of the fresh fishes just got back from the sea by these simple, shiny skinned fishermen. The land which later became a bigger part of today's Madras. It was those days when the India was a hot place, a hot spot for business from across the corner of the world, especially the Europeans, whether it was Portuguese or it was Dutch or French, the Englishmen from England. India used to be the place for them to trade. Hence, this particular land, which is very near to the seashore, was also the most favorite. There used to be many ships plying from across the world, coming and standing at the port, the busiest port near to this land called Vedapuri. Now it is known as Mylapore, and there used to be a lot of ships coming in for trading pepper and cotton. Yes, we were known to give them, fresh peppers and high quality cotton, and at a very, very, very cheap rate. Even the labor was very, very cheap, so it was the hot spot. And why not? The Englishmen, especially the East India Company, the company which actually was predominant, was actually having in a dominance, was having a very good relationship with many of the Rajas living in those days, had a thought of building their administration office near in and around this land. So they approached that time Cheferton, a big Vijayanagari Empire, a big Raja, and then under them many areas, and those areas being governed by one Cheferton. So this particular area had a head whose name was Damaragiri Venkatagiri Nayakar. It was like Damarala Venkatagiri Nayakar was approached by these Englishmen. So they told them, "Hello sir, we would wish to build a godown for our trade. We are having a great trade with you. So we want to build a big godown and we want to have our administration office here." Immediately, as there was a very good relationship between the Englishmen and the heads, he immediately agreed, but not for sale. What he said that, okay, I'm going to give you, I may not be able to give you somewhere very, very close to Vedapuri, the port, the Mylapore, but I can give you a piece of chunk of land nearby, which is also equally very, very close to the ocean. You can easily, nearby there is a river that you can just transport your goods internally as well. So something like really place suitable for your trade, I'm going to give you. And he immediately showed them a land. The land. She was so beautiful. She had her head of golden sand on her, and just far off, as I told, there was like paddy fields, greenery waving at her, and they were best of friends. And above her, she had given houses to the many fishermen. So that was beautiful land. When these Englishmen stepped in, they immediately looked in and they felt this was the best place that they could have. They could build their fort, and hence the work started. The treaty signed. The lease was agreed on. The fishermen were driven away. The houses were shattered, and on the place there came a big white building. Now today is known as the St. George Fort, which is also the place, the house of Secretariat. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu sits there. So it is their office. But however, it was the building which was built by the Englishmen for their administrative purposes. Years passed on. Englishmen, the East India Company especially, they became so powerful, so influential, so controlling, so dominating that slowly but steadily they stretched their land, they stretched their occupancy to the nearby villages. The village of Mylapore, Triplicane, Nungambakam, and many other nearby small villages were merged together. The fisherman village where this building now stood was already lost, but now with the merger of all the nearby lands together, villages together, a new map was drawn by the East India Company, and they wanted to name it Madras. A treaty was signed with the consent of that Nayakar on 22nd August 1639. A treaty was drawn stating that this all area will be known from now as a town called Madras. Little did everybody knew during that time that the same Madras will turn out to be one of the best cities of the world of those time. Yes, very soon a lot of developmental work started to happen there, but maybe for the benefit of the Englishmen, but development did happen. It was kind of looking like that day's Paris. It was the most sophisticated, technologically advanced city, one among the best in India. The businessmen from across wanted to come to Madras, to port, to trade. Madras became a prominent name in the world history. Slowly but steadily, the Madras grew to be the capital of Madras Presidency, which when the East India Company had almost taken over India to a larger extent. Nevertheless, to see the good points, Madras got its legacy, got beautiful buildings, got a great infrastructure. The simple people who were part of Madras, the natives, accepted the change. They accommodated the many people, the trades. They flourished. They made others flourish. Till date, though the name has changed to Chennai since 1996, but the flavor, the aroma of Madras is not lost. If you still come to Madras, you will still see people with simplicity, the smile of welcome, the flavors of the filter coffee, and that aroma of the fresh breeze when you walk around today's Marina Beach and the many places. Of course, concrete jungle has taken over the greenery, but still, the culture, the tradition will be still alive in your eyes. Do visit Chennai, do visit Madras, and celebrate along with us the great legacy, the beautiful city that we have. Thank you and a good day. Happy birthday, Madras. Bye bye.